In the previous videos, we identified niches and in some cases sub-niches where we could market. And the sub-niche that I picked for this example was weight loss motivation. So here I am at the search results for weight loss motivation. And what I want to do is I want to identify the people who are interested in this market. So to do this, practically what we need to do is order these videos by the number of views. Now, you can do this by clicking on the filter section and sort by changing it to view count. Now, if you don't have all of the options here, it's simply to do with the location that you've got set at the bottom of the YouTube page. So if it's set to worldwide, your results may look a little bit different, as might your menu options. This isn't going to affect anything. So what we want to do is we want to select view count, and basically what's actually happened now is that we're looking at videos for view count and they're ordered by the number of views. But what you can see is a lot of these really just aren't relevant. Some of them are, but it's going to make our job kind of difficult. So what you can do is you can use a Google search operator here called in title. So I'm just going to add this on here and I'm going to put in title. And we need to take one of our keywords. I suggest not using the entire phrase in quotation marks after in title, because this tends to lead to really inflexible results. So what I would suggest is I would include one word that you think should appear in the title of the videos. And you can see here we've got weight loss motivation. So I'm going to include the term motivation after in title colon. So what we've got now is we've got weight loss, which is our general area that we're wanting to search in. And then we put one of the keywords on the in title. And we want to make sure everything's ordered by view count. So we'll just hit that. And what you notice is we've dropped down to 2,000 results. We just want to check, however, because it's put the sort by back to relevance. So just click on view count again, and now you've got all of the videos sorted. So now we've got everything ordered by view count. What we want to do is we want to identify a few different videos that are going to actually show us who the typical buyers are. So Stallone motivation bodybuilding, probably not so relevant, but most of the rest of the videos are. If you wanted to get rid of bodybuilding, then up here you can add minus bodybuilding, just to make your results look that little bit clearer. But again, just make sure that everything's ordered by view count, because it does like to reset that. So let's just have a look at this weight loss motivation fat journey video. And what we've got is we've got 169,665 views. And you want to click here on show video statistics. And as you can see, this has got quite a lot of views. But what we're really interested in is the audience section. And looking at the audience section, what we find is the top 3 locations are the United States, the United Kingdom, and Spain. So these are all countries that we could market to. Now, just in case you're wondering, the United Kingdom, Spain, these are second and third. What that means is the first one is always the biggest part of the audience. Now, because you're not the owner of this YouTube video, you can't see everything in depth. But for the most part, this is enough information to be going on with. What we can see is that there are sort of 3 demographics here. Female, aged 18 to 24, male, aged 35 to 44. I'm not sure about the male demographic here, that they're actually coming here for the right reason. So we'll avoid them. And females aged 13 to 17. So what this tells me is we've got 1 demographic here, but 2 that probably aren't so useful. And the vast majority of marketers just like to put their product where people go who buy. But knowing actually who your buyer is allows you to do all kinds of cool stuff, such as target your copy, maybe on your emails, on your opt-in forms, on your articles, to target one of these groups. And these are what I call GAG groups, or gender, age, and geography. So basically here we know the biggest audience is female, so that's the gender. The age is 18 to 24, and the geography, the biggest one, is the United States. So that's what we'd call our biggest GAG group. And our second biggest GAG group, because we don't really think that the male audience here or the female audience are relevant, would be the United Kingdom with the same demographics, and that would be GAG2, or gender, age, and geography group 2. And that's just worth bearing in mind, and I'll cover that a little bit more in a moment. But to be absolutely sure of who your buyer is, you need to look through a few different videos just to make sure that you're on the right track. Because occasionally what will happen is somebody will send a load of fake traffic or low quality traffic to a YouTube video, and it will have some really unusual demographics. So if anything really stands out, always ignore them. And if we just click on weight loss motivation here, this video has 159,000 views. And if we just look here, we've got a slightly different demographic. What we've got is we've got the United States is first, then Canada, then the United Kingdom. Now, our top group here is female aged 13 to 17, which probably isn't relevant. They're unlikely to buy anything. So we're left with two other groups. Okay, so we've got females aged 18 to 24 and females aged 45 to 54. And that's really important. What I'm going to show you now is why that's important and what we do with that information.